Have you ever heard of the lost towns of Massachusetts? Today we delve into a haunting chapter of history. Nestled in the heart of Massachusetts were once four vibrant towns: Enfield, Greenwich, Dana, and Prescott. Each town, with its own unique charm and character, was home to tight-knit communities that thrived on the fertile lands of the Swift River Valley. Imagine quaint town squares, thriving farms, bustling mills, and the echoes of children's laughter filling the air. Yet, as we weave through the threads of time, we'll uncover the shroud of mystery that has since enveloped these towns. A tale of sacrifice and survival, of progress and pain, and ultimately, of towns that disappeared off the map. In the early 20th century, Boston, Massachusetts' bustling capital, was rapidly growing. With growth came a thirst that the existing water sources could no longer quench. A solution was needed, and it came at a steep price. The state decided to create a reservoir to meet the city's water needs. The chosen location for this ambitious project? The Swift River Valley, home to Enfield, Greenwich, Dana, and Prescott. The town's residents were given a grim choice: leave their homes or watch them be submerged under the waves of progress. Over 2,000 people were forced to pack up their lives, to say goodbye to the lands that had been their ancestors' homes for generations. As the last residents left, the towns were razed, their buildings, farms, and even cemeteries wiped off the face of the earth. The Quabbin Reservoir, the largest man-made reservoir in the world at its completion in 1946, now stands where these towns once thrived. Its placid waters hide a story of loss and upheaval, of communities uprooted and homes lost forever. In 1938, these towns ceased to exist. But why? Stay tuned as we unravel the story of the lost towns of Massachusetts. Imagine your town being wiped off the map to make way for progress. A chilling thought, isn't it? Yet this was the harsh reality for the residents of Enfield, Greenwich, Dana, and Prescott in Massachusetts back in the late 30s. These towns were disincorporated, their existence sacrificed for what was deemed a greater cause: the creation of the Quabbin Reservoir. So why was this colossal undertaking necessary in the first place? Well, with the growing populations of Boston and surrounding areas, the demand for a reliable water supply had skyrocketed. The solution? A man-made reservoir, vast enough to quench the thirst of the teeming metropolis. The chosen site was the Swift River Valley, home to the four aforementioned towns. The scale of the project was nothing short of awe-inspiring, a testament to human ambition and engineering prowess. Yet the human cost was profound. Over 2,000 people were forced to leave their homes, their lands taken, their properties destroyed. Even the resting places of 7,500 former residents were not spared. These souls were exhumed and reburied, their eternal slumber disrupted by the march of progress. By 1946, the Quabbin Reservoir was complete, becoming the largest man-made reservoir in the world at the time. A marvel of engineering, it stood as a testament to the sacrifices made by the communities of the Swift River Valley. Yet, beneath the reservoir's placid surface lay a haunting reminder of the towns that once thrived there. The reservoir's creation came at a great cost: the erasure of 4 towns and the displacement of over 2,000 people. The Quabbin Reservoir, while a symbol of progress and ingenuity, is forever shadowed by the memory of what was lost to its creation. What happens to a community when its home is taken away? Imagine the shock of being informed that your home, your sanctuary, would be demolished to make way for a reservoir. This was the reality for over 2,000 residents of Enfield, Greenwich, Dana, and Prescott back in 1938. The news was delivered without ceremony, plunging the communities into a state of disbelief and despair. These townsfolk, like many of us, had built their lives around the familiarity of home. Their roots ran deep through the Massachusetts soil, as firm and unyielding as the ancient oaks that dotted the landscape. But in the face of progress, even the strongest roots could not hold their ground. The government promised compensation, a bandage for a wound that could never truly heal. Homeowners were paid for their properties, but how does one put a price on a lifetime of memories? On the echoes of laughter that still lingered in the hallways, or the tender traces of love etched into the very woodwork? The displacement was not just physical, but emotional and cultural as well. These communities were stripped of their identity. The old church where they had wed, the school where they had learned, the cemetery where they had mourned, all were reduced to rubble. drowned beneath the cool, indifferent waters of the Quabbin Reservoir. Resilience, however, is a remarkable trait of the human spirit. Despite their loss, the people of the Swift River Valley endured. They found new homes, built new lives, but they never forgot the towns that once were. The stories of their displacement, their courage, and their heartache have been passed down through the generations, a testament to their indomitable spirit. The bodies of 7,500 former residents were exhumed and reburied, a haunting reminder of the price of progress. The towns may be gone, but their memory lives on. The heartache of losing home is a deep wound, but it's in the face of such adversity that resilience shines brightest. The communities of the Swift River Valley, uprooted from their homes, have found ways to keep the legacy of Enfield, Greenwich, Dana, and Prescott alive. One such way is through storytelling, capturing the history, the lives, and the spirit of these lost towns. The book, Lost Towns of the Swift River Valley, Drowned by the Quabbin, is a testament to this. It weaves a tale of these towns drowned by the Quabbin, their existence now submerged under the largest man-made reservoir in the world. But their stories, they continue to float on the surface, refusing to sink into oblivion. These narratives, however, don't just serve as a tribute to the past. They're also a guiding light for the future. As we look back at the construction of the Quabbin Reservoir, we find lessons embedded in its history. The displacement of over 2,000 people, the destruction of their homes, and the exhumation and reburial of 7,500 bodies are stark reminders of the human cost of progress. This event has profoundly influenced policies and attitudes towards large-scale public works projects. It has compelled us to ask tough questions. How do we strike a balance between development and the preservation of communities? How can we ensure that progress doesn't trample over people's lives? These are questions we continue to grapple with today. The legacy of the lost towns of Massachusetts, therefore, isn't just about remembering the past. It's about using their stories to shape a more compassionate and considerate future. A future where progress and preservation don't stand at odds, but walk hand in hand. The lost towns of Massachusetts serve as a poignant reminder of the balance between progress and preservation. Their legacy is a lesson in resilience, a call for empathy, and a roadmap to a future where no town is ever lost again. While the towns may no longer exist in physical form, their spirits linger. In the wake of the lost towns of Massachusetts, Enfield, Greenwich, Dana, and Prescott, there exists a haunting silence, an eerie quietude that wraps the area in a shroud of mystery. The Quabbin Reservoir, once the site of bustling communities, now stands as a solemn testament to the towns that were, their echoes reverberating across the vast expanse of water. The remnants of these towns, while sparse, can be found if you know where to look. An old stone foundation peeking out from the undergrowth. A rusty hinge, all that remains of a once sturdy door. A weathered tombstone, a poignant reminder of those who called these towns home. Each artifact, a silent whisper of the life that once thrived here, now swallowed by the engulfing waters of the reservoir. Yet, it's not just the physical fragments that hint at the town's existence. There's a palpable aura that permeates the area, an undeniable sense of history that hangs in the air. The lost towns of Massachusetts may no longer exist on any map, but they are far from forgotten. Their stories continue to resonate, their memories etched into the very fabric of the landscape. These lost towns have become a beacon for the curious and the intrepid. Visitors are drawn to the area, captivated by the tales of a past erased by the march of progress. Researchers probing into the annals of history, seeking to piece together the stories of the communities displaced. Each visitor, each researcher, adding another layer to the rich tapestry of the lost towns' legacy. In the end, the lost towns of Massachusetts are more than just remnants of a bygone era. They are a haunting reminder of the balance between progress and preservation, of the sacrifices made in the name of advancement. They serve as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, the enduring power of community, and the indelible mark we leave on the world around us. The lost towns of Massachusetts, a haunting testament to a past swallowed by the waters of progress.